Hello everybody, stop your scroll. I'm Chandra Brooks, founder of the Powerhouse Academy and the Powerhouse Women. I help ambitious women turn their expertise and their talent or their movement into full-time business. I help women just like you who are looking for an exit plan to leave their 9 to 5.
Yo,
Hello,
welcome
everybody.
back to Keepin It Lit. It's not pure as cut. Before we get into the show today, we lost somebody very special, and I want to give the family the respect and also, pay respects to her. Her name is Agnes Marie Johnson. It's Buford's grandmother, so let's take a moment of silence right now so we can recognize her and pay our respects. All right, we back. Keepin It Lit podcast, episode 4. Today we got somebody very special for you. Before we get into that, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Keep subscribing. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys for just tuning in every week. Thank you so much. Again, like I said, we have somebody very special for you guys. We have the founder of the Powerhouse Women, a TEDx speaker, a best-selling author, also a community leader that was raised in San Jose, California. She helps professional women follow their dreams of becoming a social-focused entrepreneur. Please welcome Chandra Brooks. Hey.
Hi, Bula.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
I don't know yet. We're going to find out. Hey, I'm good.
We'll be good. This is going to be fun.
I know. So let's talk about it. I don't even know where to start with you. You got so much going on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could start with your book, or we could, let's start with what you do.
I am a business coach.
Okay.
Business coach and consultant.
Okay.
For women, specifically.
Right.
Professional women that want to leave their corporate, nonprofit executive job and become a focused entrepreneur.
Okay. Okay. So, as far as that, so people reach out to you, or you just, how do they reach out to you as far as that?
Well, I market a lot on social media.
Right.
My websites and I have ads that run and different things or referrals. I get a lot of referrals from people.
You see, I asked that because I know there's a lot of people out there that need coaches. Yeah. And don't know the right places to look.
Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of people just want to know what a coach is, right? What a coach is. Coach sounds like, okay, you coach basketball. Right. You go, what do you coach?
Get in there, play.
Right. Yeah. So it's very similar, right, to what a sports coach would do. Okay. A sports coach teaches you things, right? Gives you strategy, gives you skills, right? To help you be a successful player on the court. Definitely. To take your position on the court. Right. So that's what a coach does. I provide strategy, resources, education, information, so they can be a successful entrepreneur and build a successful, profitable business. Right.
So what would be the steps as far as, say, for instance, I was to come to your business and I needed help. I need to put some money into me. So how do I go? What do I do?
So you reach out to me and I talk to you and ask you, how did you, what kind of business do you want to create? Right. They tell me, and I have a talent and a gift to see the vision before you do. Okay. So you just have to tell me a little bit and I could tell you what it could be, right? And how you can create into a profitable business. So you tell me a little bit about your story and I said, okay, well, this is how you can market it. This is how you can position it. You could price it this way. You can do this. You can do that. How do you sell it? Okay. Because we are not natural sellers. No. Right? We don't learn that in school. It depends. It depends, right? It depends. It depends on what it is. But selling and marketing online and in the, just a product and in a business, it's a challenge. So I teach all of that to women.
So, let's get into a backstory of how you decided to get into this business. Because obviously there was something that had to have happened in the past where you're like, I need something different.
There's always a story.
Yes.
Always a story on why we choose to follow our dreams and our passions. Right. Right. So I was in the community. You see my bio.
Yes, ma'am.
I've won several awards. Right. I've been on commission on the status of women and girls. I've been vice president of NAACP. I've been a leader at the union for the unions, very heavily in the community. Okay. My path was to go run for office. Everybody was prepping me to run for political office, and I just decided that's not what I was going to do. You know, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was that kid that would go to restaurants or small little stores, and I would wonder how they started. I'm like, how did that little family create this business? I was so always intrigued by entrepreneurs, and I didn't know why. And then I had this community focus too, that I wanted to help people at the same time. So I said, you know what? I'm going to lead. In 2017, I decided I'm going to finally write my book on politics and start my business.
Okay.
I was going to be 40 years old, and I was like, I got to do this. Okay. I got to do it. It's now or never that I do it, because I was living with dreams and passion and thinking of ideas that I would write down in notepads and never took action on it. And I said, I'm going to finally do it.
Okay.
It's now or never. So I was also tired of the red tape in politics, in community, trying to make real change in the community. And there was just it was cattiness, jealousy. I was, you know, yeah. Okay. And then also being asked to sit on, you know, like tables where it was boards and commissions. I'm like, I'm going to stop asking to sit on a table, and I'm going to create my own table. Right. So I decided to create the Powerhouse Academy.
Oh, and with the Powerhouse Academy, that's fine.
Yeah.
So with the Powerhouse Academy, you do a lot of coaching with, you got a lot of people do, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I have cohorts. Right. So I'm in my 11th cohort.
So explain cohort.
Yeah, so it's just a group. We go together.
Okay.
Right? So we come together. It's a group. I enroll. And then we go through about an 8 to 10 week process where they're building their business. They're being coached, motivated, and moved by me through the process to help them build it. So what's really hard, the thing that people need to get over is here. Right. It's really not like, you can learn all kinds of strategy. Right. And information. But if your mind ain't right and you still think you suck, or you think you're not worthy, we have people of color, we have a poverty mindset. Yep. And that poverty mindset can even mean a 9 to 5. Right. Like, we feel like the only thing is worthy of us to have is a job. Okay. Right? Like, somebody tells you you're worth $50,000 and I'm going to give you a biweekly paycheck. We think, oh my God, yes, I got this great job. It's paying me $70,000, $60,000 an hour. I'm doing it. Right? When somebody's telling us what we're worth. Right. When we're really worth so much more. Right. If we really knew that. But our mind keeps us small. We've seen that. That's the American dream. Get a good job. Right? Good paycheck. Get benefits, pension. Right. And go to work for somebody else.
And you think that everything is super cool because you're like, I got dental.
And I'm not saying and I'm not saying anything's wrong with that for people that are doing that. Right. But that's not the end all be all. We are so talented, right? We have so many big ideas, but we think we can't do it. We think we don't have the resources. We need money. A lot of people think I don't got the money, Chandra. I need a grant. I need this. I need that. We're waiting for somebody to give us a handout. Yep. And that's that poverty mindset. We're waiting for somebody to hand us something when we just need to start building ourselves. And there's resources out there that you can get it done.
You know, I even hearing one of your interviews earlier, you were speaking about, you know, the job that was paying you a certain amount of money. And then the following year, in that 1 month, you made more than you made that whole year. Right. Doing what you do. So how did that make you feel, and did that give you a push to go forward and keep doing exactly what you're doing?
I never imagined that I could make the amount of money that I make now in 1 month. Right? I make salaries in 1 month, annual salaries.
Plural.
Right? Annual salaries in 1 month. When you figure out a process, and that's what I've learned from coaching, from all the coaches that I've had, I've learned how to do this effectively to where I have an income plan every month. I know how much money I'm bringing in. I have a plan to bring that in. Okay. Right. So what I was just shocked. But it also gave me the confidence that I was like, why are we playing small? Just like I did with my book, right? And the community work that I did. I want to bring people with me. I'm not trying to do this alone. Right. Right. So once I figured it out, I'm like, I got to bring more women with me. I got to teach this to other women. So we're not stuck, right? We're brilliant. There's so many brilliant ideas, and we're sitting on brilliant ideas, and we're not implementing and learning how to build an effective business, market, sell, put it out there, be visible. I mean, we have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, free platforms. They're billboards. These are free billboards that we used to have to pay for. Right. Radio ads, TV ads. We don't have to pay for that anymore. Right. So you have a lot of white people online making a lot of money. They're becoming millionaires and billionaires. And we're sitting back praising them. They're like messiahs to us when we need to be going after it ourselves, right? And utilizing these platforms to market ourselves just like they do.
Take a second to take that in. All right.
Sorry, I told you I just get on one and let's keep going.
Listen, you just dropped some jewels, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there are going to be listening and really paying attention now, because you're not just up here talking that shit. You talking that shit. Speaking of coaches, so I know there's a lot of different coaches. What are the different coaches?
So there's life coaches, right? Life coaches are good because we have a whole lot of mind stuff going on in our heads. We have a whole lot of trauma going on from our childhood, from our life experiences, from whatever. We need somebody to work that out with us, right? We need to get through all that crap and understand that it ain't us, right? That caused that. We're worthy of more. Like, work through all that mess that we have going on in our heads. You have business coaches, you have visibility coaches, you have sales coaches. I'm telling you, the coaching industry is crazy because you could be a coach on anything. Like, I have clients that are divorce coaches, help you get through a divorce, right? I have clients that are book coaches, right? So
help you write a book. So wait,
get it done.
Real quick,
right?
What's a divorce coach do?
So if somebody's going through divorce and they're struggling, because they feel lost, they feel helpless, they can't communicate with their partner or their ex-partner, they're having child support issues, drama all the time, they're sad, they can't get up and take care of business and follow their dreams or goals, they're stuck. So divorce coach helps you get through it. They've been there, done that, and they're going to help you move on to that next level.
So like a support system, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like a life coach, but focusing on divorce specifically. That person's been through that, and they understand how to work through it and get out of that stuckness that they're in.
Write that down just in case.
It's good as a resource.
Right. So what other ones are there?
So divorce, visibility, life, business. I'm a business coach and consultant. So like, there's coach for everything.
So say for instance, my business is failing today, and I call you.
Oh yeah. So I look at your business. So I help people that are just starting businesses, and then people that have a business and they're like, Chandra, I haven't made money in my business. I haven't learned how to make money. I don't know how to find clients. I don't know how to do all that. So I help you maybe restructure it, new strategy on how to find your customer, right? How to market to that customer, how to price it, how to go after the business. Because a lot of people put, they'll use social media and they'll post their product or their service, post it, waiting for people to come to them. I teach you how to go after your business, right? Don't wait for it to land in your lap. You have to go get it at the same time. So there's strategy behind that. So I help people try to figure out how to make money. I'm like, why have a business if you're not making money? It's just an expensive hobby.
So basically what you told us right now is you're not giving us no game for free.
No, I do. I give a lot of game for free all the time.
You give this game for sure.
I give a lot of game for free all the time. Is what I'm saying is when the people call me, it's a session to see if you're going to work together.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you everything in my toolbox that I paid for.
Right.
I paid almost $80,000 in coaching. From the best coaches. That are making shit happen, that are millionaires. So if I invested for you, I just did a post yesterday. I spent $80,000 on coaching, so you don't have to. So like, you come invest a little bit of money with me, and you're getting all that goodness that I've already gotten from all these millionaires that I've been able to work with. Just from my experience and learning from my own mistakes in my own business. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds crazy. 80,000?
80,000 I've invested.
80,000, and then somebody can come and get it for a fraction of the price, right? As far as your clients, I'm pretty sure like there's some different clients that are skeptical because you have, these internet gurus, YouTube. If you send me $29 and I'll make sure you make 100,000 in a year, like
6 figures with ease.
You know how many times I done picked up the phone like, oh no, So I know. Well, being as that said, I know like there's that people have to worry about. But as far as you picking up clients, how do you choose the clients that you think are going to be somebody who's going to actually put 100% into doing what?
That's a good question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I interview them. and they have to go through a questionnaire.
Okay.
So I asked them, like, what kind of business do you have? What are you trying to do? Are you ready to invest in yourself? Right? And I interview them, and I ask them, are you serious about this?
Right.
Like, because I can't force you. I can't pull you across the finish line. You have to meet me halfway, and I can't want it more than you. Definitely. And I've had clients where I want it more than them, and it drains me. I can't do it.
Right.
So I need you to want it more than me.
Right.
This is your dream. So those clients that want it more than me, they are successful right now.
Right.
They're winning.
Right.
The ones that aren't, they're not, because they thought that Chandra was going to sprinkle fairy dust on them. They were going to become successful. They have to be a certain type of woman. Right. They have to be at their wits' end dealing with a job or have a dream and so passionate about it that they're going to, by any means necessary. I have not stopped working on my business for 6 years. I've done something in my business, and there's not a lot of me. If there were a lot of me, there would be more Chandras. If everybody wanted to do it. Everybody has a dream.
Definitely.
Everybody has a vision, but everybody don't have the heart.
I understand that. To
do it. So you have to be a certain type of woman to become successful and to really go after what you have. And that's why I talk about doing the head work first. So like in my program, I created this program called Rewrite Your Mental Constitution.
Okay.
You hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Rewrite our mental law of what we believe and what we've been taught to believe. Whether it's in our childhood where somebody told us, you can't do that, or you ain't good enough, or, or all you've seen was somebody going to a regular job that paid a minimum wage. That's all we know.
It's about 80%.
Right.
Right.
So we got to rewrite that. Before you can even try to focus on your goals and your dreams, you got to rewrite this stuff. So I created like a 5-day, they have to go through that. It's like a prerequisite before they go through my program, is to go through this, Rewrite Your Mental Constitution, to get their mind right before they can even step into my program.
Well,
it's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a
lot. But that's dope though, because I mean,
so
you don't want them
important.
coming in thinking they're gonna take a little bit from you, but try to go their own way and then mess up everything. And not even mess up everything, but obviously they're coming to you to coach. You want to make sure they're taking the information that you're really gonna give them.
Well, people think that they're going to come in and just get a whole lot of strategy.
Right.
And they think the strategy is a magic. But honestly, it's this. You can get the strategy from YouTube. You can go to a book and get a strategy. Right? You can go to a book and get a strategy. But you got to get your mind right. You have to feel confident. You have to believe. A lot of people and a lot of women that I work with, they don't believe that it's possible. They don't believe they could make $20,000 to $30,000, $40,000 in a month, $50,000 in a month, $60,000 in a month. I didn't believe it.
Right.
So I know a lot of women don't believe that that's possible, but it is. And I'm proof. I've done it. So if I can do it, Chandra from East San Jose got kicked out of 3 schools in East San Jose. I walked across the stage pregnant. If I can do it,
it can be done.
Anybody can do it. I'm not a genius. I went to University of Phoenix, okay? And I should have never gave them my money. And we'll talk about that in a minute, right?
I was gonna say, we're gonna get there too. Yeah.
I think I give you good segues, right?
For sure.
But I wish I never paid them.
So being as though you spoke about, walking across the stage pregnant and getting kicked out of 3 schools, like what's the age as far as the women that you do mentor or do the coaching for? Because I'm pretty sure it's younger.
35 to 50.
Okay.
Yeah, about 35 to 50, and I think there's a certain age that finally is like, I got to go after it. I have to stop playing.
Is there any groups that you're a part of that younger females are trying to get to that same place?
I have some younger clients.
Okay.
And I always tell them, I'm like, if I had that ambition like you and I was smart enough to invest in myself at your age, then I'd be way ahead. I'd be a millionaire relaxed on an island right now. I wouldn't be working if I was them, right? There's some people that are special and smart enough at that young age.
Right.
But sometimes it takes us a while to be tired.
Right.
Of working for somebody. Of waking up.
Getting up.
Exactly. Waking up. Exactly.
Yeah.
You get tired of it eventually and being like, I'm done. I'm going to go all in. That's what I did. I went all in. I took loans. I borrowed money. It's like I begged, borrowed, and stealed to get here. That's what it took.
After all that, well, shit, we're going to get back to the education in a few seconds. But
Right.
Basically, after all the loans and everything that you did do, there was a whole nother route that you could have just did instead. as far as not taking the student loans, as far as like just putting your money towards you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna be back in a second. Keep It Lit podcast. If it's not pure, it's cut. When we get back, we're gonna talk about some education and versus education. We'll be right back. Yo, welcome back. Keepin' It Lit podcast. If it's not pure, it's cut. We're still back with Chandra. Listen, so we were talking about education before the segment was over. So let's talk about the educational value versus investing in yourself.
Yeah. Well, this is my perspective, right? Okay, this is my perspective. Mm-hmm. I wish I never invested in formal education, and I only invested in coaching. Okay. Coaching has gotten me further than any school, higher education has gotten me, right? And I wish I would have known about coaching, business coaching earlier before I went to school to try to get a bachelor's degree to prove something. It was actually just to prove something as a piece of paper. Okay. To help me elevate in my career. Because I thought I had to have that. And somebody told me I had to have that, right? We just listen to people and just do it, right? Society tells you have to go to school. I am not against education. I'm just saying is that in my experience, coaching, business coaching has helped me further than anything else. Okay. Yeah, that's my opinion.
If you had to, I know you got your bachelor's, right? Mm-hmm. If you had to go back, would you erase those years and do them over without that schooling? Or was that something that you had to go through for experience to know?
Yeah, I think that, I wouldn't erase anything that I have gone through in my life. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't erase it. I would go through it. I think everything is purposeful. Everything that we go through, I had to go through that so that I knew the difference. Right. And I could talk about the difference, and I could educate maybe somebody younger and tell them, like, if you have a business idea that's genius, going to get a degree is not going to help that business become successful. You've seen a lot of successful entrepreneurs that are billionaires right now that were high school dropouts, college dropouts, because they had a brilliant idea. Definitely. Right? They just needed to learn how to market, how to implement it, put it out to market, sell it, all that stuff. They just needed that. And once that, Facebook, right? I think even Tesla, the founders of some of these major companies, they didn't go to college.
Definitely true.
You really just need the strategy. If you have a great idea, all you need is strategy and coaching to put it out to market. Right. And put it out there.
Which brings us back to coaching. Mm-hmm. So if you have that strategy and you have somebody that can lead you in that direction, it's pretty much a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, people try to do it on their own. Right. And they're like a hamster wheel, trying to figure it out, and they're not successful. I've talked to so many people that are consultant or have businesses, and they're barely making it. They're making a couple $1,000s a month. They're not marketing themselves. They don't know who to talk to. They don't know who their client is. I teach people like how to find out who your client is, who your ideal client is. Right. And you find those people and you sell the hell out of those people. Right. You talk to those people. The only people I talk to online are ambitious women. Right. I ain't talking to you, sorry, and I ain't talking to Buford, sorry. I'm not talking to y'all.
We're not ambitious women.
Right. I'm talking to ambitious women. My message every day is to those women. Right. So once you know who your target market is, you only talk to those people, and you only market to those people, and you invest in your business. It costs money to make money. You That's nickel and dime true. Your business, you get nickel and dime results. Yeah. So you want to be cheap, right? You only want to throw $59. You want to go buy a course for $59, $100, $97 here. You think you're going to learn how to become a millionaire? No. I invest about $2,000 a month to learn from a millionaire. $2,000 a month. So I at least have to make $2,000 a month to pay her. Right. At least. right? It motivates me, and she teaches me everything she knows. She built her $1 million business. So I sit at her feet and I learn everything from her.
Soak up all the game.
Right? So I've always invested at high levels. I don't invest cheap. I invest high. Where do I want to be? I want to be where she's at. So I'm going to learn from her. So I'll invest $80,000, $100,000 to figure out, and I'm going to pay it back. I know that I've already paid back all my debt when it comes to coaching because I learned from the best.
Right.
I learned from people that have done that. Right. And I when I pick my coaches, I find out, I get testimonials.
There you go.
Right. I find out who they've helped.
Right.
Like the coach that I'm working with right now, her name is Jennifer Kim.
Okay.
Jen Kim. She's helped some of the biggest people online, in the online world, that are doing major things. She is the mastermind behind that. She's my coach.
Okay.
I was like, she helped them? Oh, she helped that person? Oh, I'm going to hire her.
See, that's the thing. Yeah, you're exactly what you're saying as far as the testimonials. Like, I looked at the people that you've helped and looked at the testimonials, and everybody sounds like you really helped them. And obviously financially, because they're moving forward in their business, but like mentally thinking and just moving forward. And then I looked at another interview that you had. You know, I didn't know that most of these celebrities had coaches.
Every celebrity has a coach.
I never knew that.
The most successful people in the world have at least 4 coaches.
I was gonna say Oprah got 4, right?
Yes, Oprah got 4 coaches. I always talk about that. Oprah has 4 coaches: a life coach, a business coach. I don't even know what other, spiritual probably, and something else. But yeah, Oprah. I mean, but also some of the most successful people, they have coaches that help them get there.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, people see these celebrities that are millionaires, and they just think like either they inherited the money or they just worked hard by themselves. Or, you know, you got the people that are like, I'm a self-made millionaire. But in reality, you got somebody coaching you to make you go through what you're going through to make that financial stability, you know?
Bula, we get nowhere alone.
Right.
We get nowhere alone. And I always preach that. It's like I owe it to all my coaches. I owe it to my family. I owe it to my friends, you know, just different people that have had to deal with me during this time. Right? We get nowhere alone. People that open doors for me, my mentors, everything, we get nowhere alone. But I only got here because I invested in coaching. I would have gave up because I get all up in my head. I overthink. I have way too many ideas. I needed somebody to say, slow it down. Let's reel it in. Okay? Focus. Who are you, Chandra? Like, the way I created Powerhouse Academy is that my coach was like, you're a powerhouse. Okay. You have all these awards, Chandra. You've done all these amazing things. Women are coming to you asking you how you did it. Create a program and show them how to do it. I was like, oh, okay, that easy? Right? Oh.
And then you just jumped out there?
I just jumped and did it. And she said, you need to charge $5,000 for this. And I was like, I look like a deer in headlights. I'm like, nobody's going to buy anything from me for $5,000. I am not worth that. That's that poverty mindset. Like, I'm not worth $5,000. Who's going to pay that? And so she was like, okay, charge what you want. I charged $1,500. And I was scared as hell to charge $1,500.
People was like,
yeah. No, well, no, honestly, let me tell you something about that. So I charged $1,500 for like my first 2 cohorts. And it was hard. I would barely recruit 5 or 6 women to come into it to work with me. Okay. But that was good. Shoot, I'm making $6,000, $7,000 per cohort to work with me. And I was excited about it. But not until I increased my prices to $5,000 is when people started paying in full. I was speaking to the wrong people.
Right.
Right. I was speaking to the wrong people. So, you know, nobody was, you know, I had to work your message. So I'm in my 11th cohort now. Right. And I'm still learning who my ideal person is. Like, who is going to invest that money and understand the importance of that investment and do something with it and not waste their time. That makes sense. It's like a process to learn and really feel confident. I had to do that several times and get wins. I had to get wins like Shireen Rivera, Toya Fernandez, Jennifer Saleha. Like, all these women that I've helped, I had to see it for myself. I had to prove it to myself that I could do this
for sure
before I can charge more money. So now, me saying it cost this much to work with me, it slips off my tongue like nothing, because I know if you invest in me and you do the work, I can guarantee you're going to win. And
also, if you're not willing to invest that much in yourself, then you don't want it.
You don't want it.
I mean, that's just like you're saying $5,000 at the time, and then you got this guy that's on you know, again on YouTube, it's like $29. I'll teach you how to do this. You know, it's
kind of like six-figure earner.
Right.
With, yeah, $29.99.
But it's kind of like buying one product and you got $29 for this. That's guaranteeing you this, but you got $5,000 for this, guaranteeing you this.
Yeah.
To be that person that makes sense, you're like, nah, that's probably not gonna work.
No, that $29, Bula, leads to a webinar that you're gonna listen to him, and then he's gonna offer you the $10,000 program. Yeah. That's what that is. That just lures you in to get to the real money. That's
like when they call you about the trip. Yeah. All you gotta do is sit through a 3-hour seminar.
Yeah, and they want you to spend thousands of dollars on the timeshare. Yeah, it's just a way to. It's marketing.
Right.
It's marketing.
But yours is pretty much straight up. What you say is what's going on. You guys have like face-to-face meetings and everything's 100% legit.
Well, I don't like to do the layering type of thing. What I do have Facebook ads. I have Facebook ads, and I do a video and I talk about come to my webinar, come learn. And I like to be transparent. It's like I'm going to sell you something here. All right, you can come off of here if you want to, but I'm selling you something. All right, so you're not coming here for free. You're not going to learn all the game for free.
Right.
At the end of this presentation, I'm going to sell you something. So I like to be very upfront with my people and let them know.
Right.
But this is why I like to share my story, because we all feel like we don't have it. And I hear it so many times. I don't have that money, Chandra. Like even when I try to give like a $500 program, and I'm like, I'm doing something for $500. You get me for 10 hours for a whole week.
$500?
I was doing a boot camp. I just let it go.
When the next one? Oh, that's out?
I'm done with it because nobody was signing up for it.
That's crazy.
So nobody was signing up for it. So not until I charge a whole lot of money, people pay in full. I try to give the game for 10 hours a week. You get mentored by me, and people don't sign up for it. And they're saying, I don't have $500. But you know what we have money for? A phone.
$1,000.
Some Jordans.
For sure.
We want to go on vacation and pop bottles. We want to go to the club and pop bottles. We have money for that, but we don't have enough money to put into ourselves. And that's what frustrates me the most.
Well, because people don't realize that if they want to pop those bottles and buy them Jordans and buy them brand new phones, if you invest in yourself, you don't have to scrounge to get that money to do it.
I could pop bottles every day of the week.
Right.
I could go buy everybody in my family a pair of Jordans. I could buy everybody in my family an iPhone because I invested early in my business. But I don't do that now because I invest.
I was going to say, your cousin again? I think we might be related around this joint. Pop these bottles.
But you know what? I invest a lot of money still in my business. So I don't splurge. I don't I have a guest watch. Like I don't have diamonds on. I'm not doing any. I don't even shop. I don't even like to shop.
Right.
So I don't even know how to spend the money because it's new money. I don't even know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I could probably go ball out of control, but I'm scared.
So because do you just keep reinvesting in yourself?
I reinvest. I reinvest. I have money, cannabis investments, and different things that I know I have to put money into for the future, like retirement, because I work for myself. I don't work for a company. I don't have 401k. Right. I have to create my own 401k. So I have to do all those things. That's where my money goes. And also, it takes a team to help me be who I am. I have to pay people.
See, I was going to ask you that too. You know, like a lot of people are like, be your own boss, be your own boss, be your own boss. I support that. But do you feel like the clients that you have that you're actually working for these people, or do you just feel like you're your own boss?
I'm my own boss. I don't work for them. I teach them. I guide them.
But you're working to do that.
I'm working, but this is easy for me.
Okay.
Because I'm living in my gift. This is easy. People don't understand. I have a new team, people that are working for me now, and they were looking at my whole client roster, and they were like, how do you do this all? I said, I don't even know. I said, but I remember all my clients. I remember their businesses, their strategy that I'm teaching them. I come on when I work with them. I don't know how I do it, but it's my gift. Thank God I've been able to find my gift and live in my gift and work in my gift and make money in my gift. Nice. Not everybody finds that.
Definitely.
Or not everybody follows that inner gut feeling. Like whatever that inner gut feeling that you have, that God's been tapping on your shoulder and telling you to do, you got to do it.
All right.
You have to do it. You have to figure out a way to make it happen. You can't keep okay, shut up. You got to do it, because that is the gold mine right there. And a lot of us ignore it, but I didn't. I said, Okay.
I've definitely ignored a lot.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right? We ignore it. I ignored it for several years. And I said, I'm not going to ignore it anymore. And I tell people all the time, what if I ignored Powerhouse Academy and then help all these women that are now successful entrepreneurs that are contributing to the economy? Women of color that are spending time at home with their kids. They're making more money than they ever made before. What if I brushed it off and said, because I almost, when I just started Bula, I was struggling. My first year of business, I think I made $27,000, if that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I almost went to go work for Instacart.
I don't know what you're making now, but it sounds like you're making a whole lot more. Instacart?
Yes, Instacart.
Ain't nothing wrong with Instacart.
Right?
I know a few people that work for Instacart.
Nothing wrong with it because I almost went to go do it.
Join the boot camp.
Right.
Nah, but I hear you though. And then, I mean, obviously you just put your mind to it and kept pushing.
Like if for some reason, if we have enough people from this podcast that wants to do the boot camp for $500, I will do it. I will come out and do it.
I know at least 3 people right now.
Yeah.
I know that's not a lot.
I don't care. I will do it. Like if I get at least 5 people that want to do it, I will mentor you with your business for 5 days in the evening from 6 to 8 p.m. I will teach you everything I know for 2 hours every night and spill it all out. Whatever it is you need. But I didn't have enough people to do it, so I just stick to my higher prices.
So this is the only issue I have with this. What if me and Buford want to jump on the boot camp?
Oh, it's not just for women.
Can we just watch?
No, I coach men.
Oh, do you?
But I market to women.
Okay.
But I have men that come in my inbox and say, Chandra, do you only
Don't
work
tell
for
nobody,
women? Yeah.
But how much is it?
No, but this is the secret of marketing. You market to a niche of people. If somebody really wants to work with you, they'll message you.
Definitely.
And they'll ask for it. And I've had people. But honestly, and I'm going to be 100% transparent, the men have given up. The men that I've coached quit. Or they backed out of their coaching with me. But I don't know why. You know, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the situation is.
Because we ain't shit.
I don't know.
No.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that, but unfortunately, it's happened. You know, it's happened a lot. Not all the men, but most of the men that have reached out to me have backed out. But men do reach out to me, and I'll post it every once in a while. I do coach men. Okay. You know, if you need it, because I am very strong. Like, I kind of have a lot of masculine tendencies, and so men are attracted to me to want to work with me.
Well, I mean, even with that being said, women are so, and a lot of y'all not gonna like to hear this, but women, like 9 times out of 10 are so much further ahead. Yeah. That they can endure that mental. Yeah. Men, we're like, she telling us what? Like, no, I ain't gonna be doing that.
Right.
Like, we don't want to listen because we're like, you know, like, oh, we're the, you know what I mean? We're that dude. But I mean, if you're gonna invest in it, I mean, why not like take heed? I
just want the best for everybody. I really give my all to all my clients.
I understand that.
There is nothing that I don't hide. That if you ask me for it, I'm gonna give it to you. Every resource, secret, income plan, how to market, how to price, like everything I give. Everything that I've learned from everybody that's taught me, I'm giving it to you. But it's up to you to do something with it. A lot of people just don't do anything with it. They just take all the information and they just like stuck. They're like, because their confidence. Right. Like, what if I put myself out there and nobody's going to like it or nobody's going to buy it from me? I'm telling you, I made $27,000 my first year, maybe 37 the next, 67 the next. I mean, even actually the first year I probably made 11,000 actually, 11, 27, 37, 97. And once I started investing more is when my income started increasing more. Right.
But you also had a job in the meantime, yeah?
I had a job the first year. 9 months, and then I quit.
And then you just...
I had to go all in. When your backup is against the wall and you had no other income, you make it happen even more. So sometimes I encourage women to quit their job. That the ones that are hungry, like a Shireen Rivera, she's going to be on the show soon. Shireen quit her job within 6 months. You know, she quit her job within 6 months, but I knew she could do it. Right. She had the heart to do it. Not everybody has that. I knew by any means necessary she was going to make it happen, but not everybody has that. People get comfortable. I've had clients that have a job, they're building a business, They're happy with bringing in $2,000 to $3,000 in their business a month because they have the job.
Right.
So they're comfortable. We get in our comfort zone. Exactly.
Right.
We get in our comfort zone. A job makes us feel nice, warm, fuzzy, and comfortable. Right? If you just took a risk, sometimes it's a risk. It's like going all in. By any means necessary, I need to make this happen. That's what I did. Right? I was like, shoot, credit cards. I was secretly pulling money here, pulling money there to pay coaches. Yeah. I had to make it happen because nobody's going to believe in your dream more than you.
Well, you know, most people are like, well, I can't say most people, but a lot of people are with the get rich quick scheme, you know? So it's kind of like,
oh my God, don't get me started on that.
Yo, we can get these credit cards, we can get this money, we could, and you're like, oh, how much we can make? 10,000? All right, let's do it. And then next thing you know, you're in the feds, and you should have just spent that $5,000 so somebody could tell you how to do something.
But you know what goes along with that is those MLMs, paparazzi, jewelry, $5 jewelry. And if you selling $5 jewelry, that's fine, but I don't support it. I feel like you can do so much better than that. Because why? You're making paparazzi rich. You're not making yourself rich. You're selling $5 jewelry, and paparazzi's probably taking about $3 to $4, and you're making about some cents on each jewelry sale, right? You're making pennies, and they're getting you excited about this, all right? When you can sell your own shit, okay, and get 100% of the profit, why would you sell and these people are pimping you, right? Whether it's shakes, diet pills, Amway, whatever those things are that people tell us, Bula, you can make $5,000 to $6,000 extra every month. Yep. Come on, join the team, Bula.
I hope it don't get banned, but that's how I felt about Mary Kay and Avon.
Right.
Like, come on, dog. Like, y'all knocking at my door. How much are y'all really making from this sale? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we're making other people money. It's another poverty mindset. It's like, let me jump on this bandwagon because they sell you really well. They show you all the millionaires that are making. It's a very small percentage of people in these programs that are a top tier, making a whole lot of money. Right. And then they're selling the dream to millions of people. And millions of people are out there selling their $5 jewelry, making them rich.
And the people at the top are eating.
People at the top are eating, and you're not eating.
Right.
You're hustling, trying to sell this $5 jewelry that people are tired of already.
Right.
You know, I don't get me wrong. If you're rich making paparazzi, reach out to me because that's good. I'm proud of you. But if you're not, and you've been doing it for a long time, focus on your own vision.
But they're supposed to reach out to you too, because you're supposed to be the person to be like, stop
doing that.
Give me your bread. Stop.
Focus on the vision that you had originally.
Right.
Because if you're in paparazzi, they sold you, you can be your own entrepreneur. Be your own boss, right? We want to be our own boss. Okay, I'm my own boss. Become an entrepreneur, right? You have a bigger vision for yourself, but you decided I could probably do it faster with this cookie cutter business. Right. When honestly, the majority of people are not successful in that.
Well, and you know, we talked about this the other day, the word hustle. And obviously you can't teach people how to hustle. But you can give them the lane to where they need to be at, to where they need to promote themselves and do what they got to do. We'll get back to that when we come back. All right. Yo, Keepin It Lit podcast. We'll be right back.
I told you.
I'm going to get into that word. Yo, welcome back to Keepin It Lit. So when we left off, we were talking about the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you pretty much lead them to the water, but you can't hustle for them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that, first of all, a lot of people think that the coaching situation may be a hustle.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, the way you're presenting it and the way you're just putting it out to them, I'm not going to go do this for you.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to help you and lead you in the right direction. But it's up to you to be motivated. In other words, get your own hustle on.
Right, to implement everything I teach them. Right. You have to be a certain type of person, right? Like you said, I can lead you to the water, but I can't fish for you, right? You got to do the fishing. I show you where the fish are. Now go get them, right? So I teach that, and it takes a certain type of person. You have to want it that bad. You have to, I tell people all the time, I can't want it more than you. Right? And you have to be at a turning point in your life where you're like, I just, by any means necessary, I'm going to make it happen. And not everybody has the heart. Not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur, right? Sure. We have chiefs and we have Indians. Right. Not everybody's meant to be a chief. Yeah. If there were, there'd be more of me, right? Honestly, there would be, because nobody works harder than me, right? Or there's some people that work as much as I do, right? They're going to get there, but nobody can really match me. Unless they're my mentors, right? I work just as hard. I've spent time in my business every day for the last 6+ years, and I've never like detoured off of it through the peaks and the valleys, because this is a marathon. It's not a race. People want quick, fast money. Our people want quick, fast money. It doesn't work that way. But I could give you the speedboat. I could put you in my speedboat, get you there faster. Right? So why take the speedboat?
You want to go on a cruise, or you want to get
You want to take the paddle boat? Right. The paddle boat is YouTube and books, right? Trying to figure it out yourself. That's the paddle boat. Right. But you can get in my speedboat. It's going to cost some money, but I'll teach you faster. I can teach you how to get there faster if you do the work. So the hustle is necessary. You have to have the heart to want it that bad. And I can tell. You know, when I work with somebody, I can see right away. I'm like, I already know you're gonna be successful.
You got me checking my checkbooks and all kind of shit right now. Come on, so you got all this going on, and you're doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
I mean, just the conversation with you, I'm pretty sure all our listeners out there can see that you like on some legit shit. Yeah, you can Google me, you can find out. Yeah, right? Google her. You can get on YouTube. You can go check. Like, she's legit. Like, you can go check the testimonials. I mean. I have the receipts, and I really try to promote that, because you should check receipts of people before you work with them. Right? You need to make sure people are legit, because there's so many gurus, like you said, out there online that are saying that they can do this and they can do that for you. But I really make sure that I'm always showing my results, because I want results. Just like if we go eat somewhere, we're going to go on Yelp. Yeah, see, right? Yeah, we're checking out Yelp like, oh, their pasta sucks. Oh, their Chinese food made somebody sick. Oh, I see some roaches over there. Right? Exactly. We're checking that stuff out. Right. I wanted to create enough testimonials so people knew that I was legit. But that is part of creating a successful program or service, is serve at a high level. Because if you serve at a high level, you'll continue to have business. Yeah, and no one can, it's like, I don't compete with anybody. I am not in competition with not one person. I don't care what Susie over here is doing, what Shanique was over here doing, what Bob is over here doing. I'm only worried about what Chandra's doing. But that's something that you learned from your coach as well, right? Like, what? You don't need to be competing with nobody. Right, stay in your lane and do you, because everybody, you think about it. There's a McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, In-N-Out on every corner. Definitely. And they're still making millions of dollars. Definitely. And they're right 10 feet from each other. All four corners. Right, and they're still making $10 million. And I get a lot of people that say, oh, Chandra, it's saturated. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's doing that. And I'm like, it don't matter. You sell you, and you make it the best program or service that anybody has ever seen. Right. Right? And you will stand out of the crowd. You need to learn how to stand out of the crowd, out of all that noise, and make sure people are watching you. Well, with all that said, you do a lot. You got something very special. You got a book. Where do you find time to write a book? Well, the book was in the beginning. Okay. I haven't even had time. I just hire people that right now that are going to take everything that I do and turn it into a book. Okay. Because I don't even have time to sit down and write a book right now. Right. So
but when I wrote a book,
Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it's gonna Powerhouse Playbook.
Okay.
I'm gonna teach you what I did to get here. So it's gonna teach you all the business fundamentals, everything, all the steps that I took, the investing, the time I wanted to go work for, Instacart,
right.
Uber. I was gonna do all that because I was like, shit, I ain't making no money. But I just doubled down to hire the best coaches, and I suffered. I mean, I had to sacrifice.
Think about that though. You would still be at Instacart, right?
I would. I'd be working for somebody.
Hey, like, Bug, just walk the door. Oh, what's up, Chandra?
Right. I would be working for Instacart or for somebody else.
Right.
If I didn't hire a coach. I was just telling all my clients that today. Like, I need accountability. I've had a coach on payroll for 6 years. I need somebody to keep me in check.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I need somebody to hold me accountable and say, Chandra, that thing that you said you were going to do, did you do it yet?
Right.
Let's go. I hire like some of the most intimidating coaches that I'm scared of.
Wait, so is that what you look for into hiring a coach?
I do.
Okay.
Because I'm intimidating myself. So I need somebody stronger than me.
So coach me right now. So if I'm like...
I think I coach Bula.
Yeah, edit that. Nah.
Right.
But if you like, somebody walks up and they have their own like mind frame and you're going to coach them like...
Come on, let's do it. Tell me.
No, I don't want to role play it. But I'm
you
saying
don't
like,
role play
no.
Okay.
But just tell me how you would put them in their place so they know like you called me, I didn't call you.
So I've had some women be like, "Oh, Chandra, I didn't have time to do those 3 things that you told me to do on our last call. You told me to go get my business license. You told me to contact this designer to create my logo. You told me to create my mission, my vision, and my purpose of my business. I just didn't have time because, the kids and dinner." And I'd be like, stop. Life will always happen. Life always happens. And we use life as an excuse. Oh, I got kids. They're in school. My baby toe broke. All these things, right? My kids in college. I got this going on. Life will always happen. And what I tell them is, look, my daughter just got out of prison last July. My daughter was in prison for 6 years. I built my business because of her. I needed extra money. I needed more money. I needed to fund her being there. I needed to pay off all the attorneys to make sure she didn't spend 25 years in prison. So who are you talking to? Right? Like, I've suffered as a mom. When you have a child in prison, you're suffering just as much as that person that's in there. Not just as much, but you're suffering with them. And I tell them, I said, so I don't want to hear it. Like, I'm going through I took care of my mother-in-law who was dying while I built my business. So you can't tell me nothing. You can't give me no excuse about, I got to cook dinner, I got to do this. We find time for the things that we want. So you can't come to me with any excuse that's going to tell me that. Nothing.
You right. I'm going to find a babysitter. Fuck that broken toe, everything. Like, wow, yeah. I mean,
if you
put it like that, what excuse do you come back with? You know what I mean? It's kind of
exactly.
Like, yeah, you right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, but you know what? Excuses are masked as fear.
Right. Yeah, right? I understand that.
It's fear. They're masked as fear. That's all it is. You're just scared. So you're like, oh, I can't do it because of this. I can't do it because of that. But you're just scared. You're scared of rejection. You're scared of failure. You're scared of all those things, which are natural things to be scared of. But fear will always be there. Fear is not going anywhere. It's how you learn how to move despite the fear. You have to move despite the fear because fear is always going to be there. You know how people say fearless? There's no such thing. You're always going to be scared of something. You're always going to be scared. So you have to learn how to move despite. That's always going to be there. You just have to learn the skill to move past it.
So I want to backtrack real quick for a quick second. I know you just explained that you got a daughter who just came home. You got other stuff going on. Obviously not getting into detail. But what about that made you start your own thing?
Because I had to. It costs money for your child to be in prison if people don't know that. Right? If you are involved in your child's life, it costs money to make sure she's taken care of. You had to pay for phone calls, food, clothing. I talk to my daughter almost every other day.
Stamps.
Right? Stamps, everything, commissary, all that stuff, right?
Yep.
I had to take care of that. I'm not ashamed of it.
No.
It's no secret because I really truly believe that we're all one
Definitely.
choice, bad decision away from being in that situation ourselves.
Definitely.
Right? So I don't judge, and I learned a big lesson when that happened because I was a commissioner on the status of women and girls when I got the phone call that my daughter was in jail and my daughter was going to prison. But I feel like God chose me to do this so I could show people that if you are resourceful, you can navigate that system and make it work for you if you learn. So I turned that into a whole movement and educated a whole lot of people on if they don't have an attorney, how they can really utilize the public defender and push the public defender and use their own resources to get their best outcome. But that's a whole nother, that's part 2.
Where was you at?
That's part 2.
We was going through this
That's part 2. I started a Facebook group called Families Fighting Mass Incarceration to teach them.
I'm gonna have to add you on that.
Yeah.
Can you let them know one more time what it is?
Families Fighting Mass Incarceration. We haven't been able to move forward on it too much, so it's still on Facebook. But I did a lot of interviews teaching on how you can navigate the system on your own without having to hire high-priced attorneys, because I had the resources to hire the attorneys and all that. But it just motivated my daughter being in there. Just made me want to do it more. I wanted to be successful when she came home.
Definitely.
I wanted to show her, and now she's home. She almost came with me. I almost brought her with me, but she couldn't come because she was watching her nieces and nephews.
I thought you said she was watching a show.
No, I should have told. I forgot to tell her how to find it, but she was watching the kids. But she, I thank God, being successful has given me the resources when she's home to position herself to win.
For sure. And if she's seeing you win, she's gonna win.
She wants to be an entrepreneur. She don't even want to work anymore. She thinks, Mom, that's another downfall of it, because she thinks, oh, Mom, you can come hang out. You're still making money. She thinks it's easy, but I'm trying to teach her different. But that motivated me. That pushed me. That was the drive. I wanted more from my family, and I had to pay all these damn bills. Bula, I had to pay $25,000 in debt for attorneys.
Yep, that's how it
because
goes.
she went to prison in the South.
Oh.
They wanted to give her 25 years for a first-time offense. No weapon. Nobody got killed. Nothing happened. She was wrong place, wrong time with the wrong people, and it was a horrible situation. So I had to make a lot of money to pay my own bills, to pay my business bills, and to pay off the debt from the attorneys.
And what you did was dope, because let's be for real, a lot of other people would have turned a different way to make that money to try to help do that, and then they would probably ended up in the same set.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Well, segue into that, I know you got a mini doc coming up. Let's talk about that, but is that going to be part of your mini doc? As far as the conversation in it?
I don't know if I mentioned it in my mini doc, but I always talk about it. And I wanted Powerhouse to focus. Yeah, I wanted Powerhouse to be about Powerhouse, because it was about all the clients and stuff like that. But I'm always talking about my daughter and always talking about my story, because I don't like people giving excuses. I'm like, oh, you want to give me an excuse? Let me show you.
Right.
The excuses I could have given if I wanted to. Right. So you can't even come at me with excuses. I have them all. Right. I shut them down all the time. There's no excuse.
Right.
So, I have mini docs. We're launching. We've already launched 3 teasers to my documentary to kind of show the evolution from when I started to where I'm at now. Show all the success stories of the amazing women that have come out of the Powerhouse Academy. I'm very proud of all the women of color that have started their own businesses, that are making money for themselves and for their families. They're contributing to the economy. They're not making anybody else rich, right? Their ideas are turning into profit.
There you go.
So we're sharing those stories.
So are the receipts in there? You pretty much the people who you work with, everybody's in?
Everybody's in there.
That's what's up.
I brought in some of my best clients that are doing amazing things to share their stories. I have Shireen Rivera, who is a publisher and book coach. She's doing wonderful. Toya Fernandez, an activist. She just got a deal with Vans to be one of their, on their commercials and promoting for Vans. I have Miriam Cruz. She's an empowerment coach. Lakeisha McDonald, working in the as a consultant in the community colleges for career coaching and career education. So many, I could keep going. on these women, and they're women of color.
Listen, that's all sounds empowering. So they're all going to be in your doc?
They're on the doc.
Wow, when can we expect the doc?
Early September.
Early September.
If you go on my page, you'll find them. We're actually going to upload all the teasers to YouTube so people can find it. But you can follow me on Facebook.
Yep.
It's
Chandra Brooks.
Brooks.
Find you everywhere.
Chandra Brooks on Instagram at BrooksChandra77. I have a YouTube channel, so you can go on YouTube and find me as well. But just Google me. You can find me. My website is chandra-brooks.com, and then we are powerhousewomen.com. That's how you can find me.
Shit. Hey, this episode was deep, y'all. Check this out.
And we're not even done.
We're not done. We're going to need a part 2 because we got a lot more to talk about. Thank you guys for tuning in, Chandra. Thank you for coming.
Thank you,
Thank you for sitting here with us because right now you done gave us so much game. I know you see me looking at you like, damn.
I know. It's
but
okay.
That's a lot of game.
Yeah.
But I still need a part 2 because we need some more game. And our fans need some more game too.
And if anybody wants to do a boot camp,
there you go.
If we get at least 5 people that want to do the boot camp with me, I'll do it. But I could discontinue it because people weren't signing up for it. And it's $500. If you're interested, you just let me know in the comments and whatever you guys let me know. If you guys get enough people that want to do it, I will do it special for this show.
Boom, winning. That means y'all better like and subscribe too.
I might even give you a discount. We might even take $100 off of that. Just make it $3.99. You know? Right.
We got Chandra Brooks. Thank you guys for keeping it lit again tonight. If it's not pure, it's cut. We look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Thank you guys again for the likes, the subscribes. Chandra Brooks, thank you again for coming.
Thank you, Bula.
We look forward to doing this again.
Yes.
All right.
Can't wait to come back.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you again. Keeping it lit. If it's not pure, it's cut.
Bye.
The thing about Chandra is that she shows through example. So she gives us this pathway of how we're going to get to where we're going, and she gives us inspiration of where we're going. So when she empowers a woman, when she empowers us through the Powerhouse Academy, what she's actually doing is also exemplifying what that looks like. That she was results driven. The thing about Chandra is that she shows through example.